Hi everybody, this is your boy DrkBLADExx, the Dark Enforcers, aka Black Hawk Division Leader for DCUO. What's going on? What's good? What's happening with you? Alright guys, so as you see from this video, we are doing the Centennial Collapse raid, which is the anniversary event.
I didn't think of it.
Alert.
I was thinking that maybe
not
like
alert raid,
up
but
here for
yeah.
having some shit.
And
I was pretty much just seeing how far I could fly.
so how do you beat this? Some people say it's extremely hard. Understand it, to get in there, it takes hours and things like that.
Yeah,
and
if you get too close,
luckily I've never had that experience. Everything's pretty straightforward. It's actually scripted, like completely scripted, and that's why a lot of people find it actually boring.
Yeah,
some people say it's hard, some people say it's just so easy that it's boring.
Why are we the only ones getting hit?
It's a lot of things. Anyway, let me walk you through all the steps needed to actually beat this as fast as possible. Although you can do it a lot faster than this video. Okay, first things first. It's up to you, you don't really need them. But there are a couple things that you can use to make this go even faster than normal. Alright, so to get said items, I'm going to make the I can't say strong, I'm going to make the assumption that you guys have at least done the anniversary event missions, both the weeklies and the dailies. Now there should be 2 weekly missions and there should be 4 daily missions. I'll explain what those are because I know some people are like, huh? The weekly mission should be the Shadow Demons missions, where you have to actually fight the Shadow Demons. That's a weekly. And then the other weekly mission should be known as Monitoring the Situation. Now, those are just the 2 weeklies. The daily missions should be Rest in Pieces, which you pick up at the HQ, whether you're talking about the Watchtower or the Hall of Doom. Now, the other 3 daily missions take place outside, along with where the Shadow Demon mission is at. That is known as Siren Spire Blitz, What's the Antimatter, and also, I believe it's called Exabytes Gone Awry. That being said, you should have some items in your inventory. If you don't, I will talk about how to get those later without doing the missions. But for right now, let's just move on. Alright. Hopefully in your inventory you have this item right here. It's known as a qwa-bomb. Or though you could probably just say qwa-bomb or just bombs. I'm just going to call it bombs because I don't have anything else like it, so I'm just going to call it bombs. Anyway, these bombs, if you look right there, takes away 40% of the target's current health. Current health. Doesn't mean the full life bar. It means current health. So that means you use it, it takes away 40% of the current health. You use it again, now out of the health it has now it takes away another 40%. Then out of the health it has now again, it takes away another 40%. Alright. Long story short, this bomb is OP as hell. It can do a lot of damage in a short amount of time. It's instant too. It's instant, which is the best part about it. And you can't really spam it, but you can kind of spam it, which is good too. But what I'm getting at is this. While these bombs are great to use, they will not actually kill anything. They'll take it down to like 1% or 2%, but they won't actually kill anything because it only takes away 40% each time. And you can do that forever if you think about it. There is no way that those bombs by themselves will ever kill anything. However, those bombs mixed with your DPSing should be able to drop everything instantly. That's right, instantly. You're going to have to do some DPSing, of course, because you can't get that remaining 60%, you know what I'm saying? You're only going to get the 40. But that means you just have to do the rest of the damage, which is going to be actually great if you think about it. First one takes away 40%, the next one takes away another 40%, the next one takes another 40%. You got a small chunk of health left, and then you can just DPS that away easily, especially if everyone in your group is doing it. So you can get rid of the shards real easy. You can get rid of the shadow demons real easy. Alright, I'll go into more detail about that later. But let's move on. Another great thing to have in your inventory, which you should have, is this right here. the shields. The shields, I'm not going to say they're OP, but they are amazing. Think of them as a breakout, almost. These shields are a group shield. If one person casts them, the whole group gets it. They last for about 12 seconds. They block damage, and they also block CC stuns. Now, I can say this from personal experience. It blocks damage the whole entire time it's up there. However, as far as CC stuns, I want to say maybe about 8 seconds instead of the 12. Sometimes it's like the full 12 seconds, and then the other times it's just 8 seconds. But it does do its job. As I said earlier, you can get these items just by completing the daily mission, the reward for completing the missions. Another way you can get the item is by going to the broker and buying them there. I kind of want to tell you not to do that, because as of right now they're a little bit expensive. You might want to wait until the prices go down more. Supply and demand. Just think about it. Give it a while and the prices will go down. Another way, which is probably also the easiest way, well, I can't say the easiest way is just doing the missions, but the second easiest way of obtaining these items is going to the actual seasonal vendor and just buying them in there. For 2 crowns and a couple of dollars, you can get these items easy. For 2 crowns, you can get a stack of 12 bombs. For 1 crown, you can get a stack of shields. So it's actually pretty easy to get them, if you think about it. Now, once again, these items are not needed whatsoever to beat the raid. They just make the raid go faster. Alright. They are not needed whatsoever. Matter of fact, I'm not even going to use them at all in this video. But they make it go so much faster. There's no denying that. Okay, I might use them a little bit. Alright, I just want to reiterate that these bombs are not needed. So, how do you get in here? How do you make this easy for yourself and fast? Or just make it so that it's not hard and difficult? I'm going to show you everything you need to do to beat this. Now, I won't be going over any feeds, so I'm just going to be talking about the overall mechanics of everything. So I'm not going to be talking about feats. If you want to see feats, you're going to have to see the other videos I have coming out. Alright. First things first, if you need to, over here is a soda vendor. Repair. If you have them on you, if not, doesn't matter. You may want to equip both your bombs and your shield. It's up to you. If all you're trying to do is just beat this, it's not really necessary. However, it does make things a lot easier when you're not being drawn around the room, or when your movement mode isn't being changed randomly on you. And the bombs do take a nice chunk of health from everything. And if everybody's joining their bombs and everything's going really, really low to where you can just, tap your weapon a couple times or use your powers a few seconds and everything's dead. It's a lot easier. Okay, first thing you do, when you come in here, leave the boss alone. There's nothing you can do to the boss. Don't attack the boss. I noticed that a lot of people start going straight for the boss like they can do something. No, don't do that. Don't. The boss is immortal right now. He cannot be hurt. There's nothing you can do to stop him. There's nothing you can do to hurt him. He doesn't even have a health bar at the moment. Don't attack him. These shards are around the room. Look for the shards. Matter of fact, when you're at the doorway, before you even come into this room, see if you can see a shard. Head straight there. Use a couple of those bombs on the shards to take its health real low. See right there? Yeah, that's 40%. Somebody else throws another one, it goes down another 40%. Someone else throws another one, it goes down another 40%. See, that's how fast you need to do this. If you want to do this. However, you can just use your loadouts and bring the health down too. So it's just a speed thing, really. It's not needed, but it's just a speed thing. So go from one shard to the next shard to the next to the next. Take out all 9 shards. Now anti-monitor can be hurt. And that's what a lot of people I notice when I plug this aren't doing. Someone always has to say something in chat. Now I'm doing this on villain side for once, and I usually never have that much of a good experience on villain side when it comes to PvE, but I gotta say this. This is one of the fastest runs I've been in. Not the fastest, but it's one of the fastest runs I've been in. So I gotta give it up. Villain side is really doing this thing. I like that. Anyway, all you gotta do now is just take out the shards. Just take them out one at a time and you're good to go. Remember, you can use those bombs if you want to, but the bombs will not destroy the shard. It will only take away 40% each time you use it. 40% of its current life. So use those to get its life down as far as possible, and then use your powers and or weapons. Please use your powers though, to take it down as much as possible. And you should be able to run from one shard to the next shard to the next shard to the next. Alright, now another strategy of getting these down as far as possible. I don't really want to, you know what? I'll say that for the other video. Yeah, I'll say that for the other video. All you need to know is to just use both the bombs and your powers, or if you don't have any at all, or just don't wish to, it's not needed. Just use your loadout to take away the shards. With everybody attacking, it will go down fast. Alright. Now this beginning part, you don't really need too much. You don't need a tank at all. You don't really even need a troll. A healer, if you wish. You don't even really need that. As long as everybody's over there, you should all be good. There should be nobody who's not at a shard. Everybody attacking the shards, these shards will drop instantly. As you see right there, an orbital strike works just as well. Think of an orbital strike as a bomb that can actually kill a shard. So if you wish to, you can rinse and repeat. If everybody has their orbital strike, you can use a couple bombs on it, then use an orbital strike to finish off that shard and move on to the next. Up to you.
Have an arrow in the quiver.
Good job, gang. Taking down those shards.
Alright, good. That is the last shard. That means that now the anti-monitor can be hurt. I want to give you guys some tips on how to fight the anti-monitor. Well, one tip is this. You can stay, well, you can if you wish. You can stay ranged if you want. That will actually make it so that whenever he does a CC, it won't affect you because you're too far away. However, everybody knows that your top damage comes from being melee range. So if you're going to get close, I suggest using the shield. Or, I mean, it's not necessary. You can just keep rolling back and go right back into attacking him. But if you want to be able to, you know, attack him non-stop, you're going to want to pop your shield. Remember, it is a group shield. So have your group rotate shields. One person casts it. When it wears off, another person casts it. You know, keep going like that. That way, the one person's not always putting the shield up. This does involve a little bit of communication with the group. As you can see, even with the shield, sometimes you still get knocked back. But for the most part, as long as it's the actual shield from the exobytes, you will stay put, while any other type of shield or power, you're probably going to get knocked back. Also, there are certain times when you should be blocking. When you see him charging up, he's going to do his big move. If you don't have a shield, just block so that you're not knocked back. It also will make you take a little bit less damage. Also remember to pick up group members. Everybody should be attacking right now. Right now there's no need for a tank, really. You can have a tank if you want, but there's not really a need for it. Everyone should just be attacking. Once his health gets down to about 40%, maybe a little bit less than that, he will start calling his shadow demons. This is just like the shards. Think of them as walking shards. Same process, exactly the same. Now there's many different ways you can do this part. I don't have it in me to talk about every single thing, every single way. If you guys want to have tanks for that part, that's great. Have the tanks pull everything, but keep in mind you're going to need to have a controller that can actually give the power needed for a tank to spam their pulls. They're going to have to pull constantly. Now keep in mind that a tank will never be the center of attention. Alright? A tank will not be the center of attention. Even though you aggro, you will not be able to aggro these ads whatsoever. You can pull them to you, but then they're going to go right back to walking to where they want to go. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. So if you want to have a tank, that works too. I suggest having more than that, because one tank's not going to be able to run around and grab everything. But that's a strategy if you want to use a tank to grab everything. What you could use is have everyone spread out, cover a corner. That way you have someone, you know, next door that can use a bomb on the shadows. Once you use a bomb on a shadow, it will actually try to fight you, which means now you got its attention for a little bit of time because you did enough damage to it. Throw a bomb on it. You might have to use your weapons or load out a little bit more, but then it will start to target you and fight back slightly. Also, you'll notice that it will start to walk away from anti-monitor, which is what you want. Kind of like that. Now all you need to do is just put enough damage onto it and take it out. Remember, you can use the same strategy as the shards. 2, 2, 3 bombs, then an orbital strike, and the demon is gone. Or you can use your loadout after that. Remember, the bombs work only on the shadow demons and the shards. The bombs do not have any effect whatsoever on anti-monitor. It even says that in the description, so don't even think about it. Now, remember, if anybody has any like pool moves in their list, everyone's pretty much the same here. So if you have any type of pool moves, you might want to try using those just to pull them away. You don't really need a tank for this part. You just need people that are willing to communicate and do what they have to do. Alright. So pick a shadow demon, stick to it, take it out, move on to the next, move on to the next. Everyone should be doing the same thing. There's going to be tons and tons and tons and tons of shadow demons non-stop. So if you're really trying to make sure that this goes as fast as possible, have everyone equipped it with those bombs and have the orbital strikes ready to go. Also, loadouts. If you're really good with your loadout, you don't even need an orbital strike. You can just throw a couple bombs and then use your rotation, and the shadow demon's done. Move on to the next, and just keep doing that. Rinse and repeat. Rinse and repeat. And you can kind of make it so that he will not be able to absorb anything. Trust me, it will actually work out for you. Now, in case he does actually absorb his full 10 shadow demons, he will do an attack that will take away practically, I want to say, 80% of your health bar. Maybe 90%. He does the same type of animation when he's about to do it. Hold block. He's still going to hit you for that much, but at least you won't take any residual damage afterwards, you know? And truth be told, you may be able to block it slightly. Instead of it doing like 90 or 80%, maybe it'll do like 75, 70. But you're still going to get hit for quite a bit. Anyway, anytime he does that attack, it will reset his counter and he will try to reabsorb the demons again. And then you just have to keep going and going. So yeah, this is probably the longest part, because until those shadow demons are gone, you won't be able to hurt them whatsoever. But don't worry, just because his counter restarted doesn't mean yours does. Yours stays exactly the same, so whatever progress you made stays there. However, as you can see, we've taken care of the shadow demons. Now all we have to do is just attack him. So do that. Your best bet is to actually do melee range. Everyone knows melee range does the most damage. So if you have those shields on you, now is the time to use them. Remember, they're group shields. If somebody already has a shield up, you don't need to use one. For those who are wondering what the shield looks like, it's those white circles around you, around your pets, and around your allies. Everybody gets one. It's a shield. When that wears off, put up another one. Or if you want to, like I said, have people like rotate their shields. Why not? Remember, these shields block out the CC capabilities of anti-monitor and also the exabyte interference devices around the room that change your movement mode. Now, remember, if you want to, you can melee him, or you can stand back. That will get you out of CC range, but it won't do too much for the movement mode interference. since those are actually around the room, and by moving backwards, you pretty much run right into them. So take your pick. Remember, the bombs and shields are not needed, but there is no denying the fact they make this raid a lot easier. Anyway, with everybody pouring on the damage, it's only a matter of time before you defeat the anti-monitor.
Flash! Zoom! It's now or never!
Captain Obvious is right. Go get him.
No! This will not save you or your universe. I shall make you all suffer.
Well, it's sort of worked.
The anti-monitor might be gone, but don't break your arm patting yourself on the back. There's still profits to be made, and power to be gained. And that's gonna be hard to do with all these Quardians and Shadow Demons still running around. I've calculated the data from the breach. Hooray, puns. We shouldn't have to worry about Mr. World Eater for a while.
Not to inflate his ego even further, but he's correct. I checked the numbers. The speedsters bought us time, but we have no way of knowing for how long. And puns are my thing.
Thanks for watching this video, guys, and this is all there is to it, really. It's really a scripted instance. It's so easy to do, especially if everybody's paying attention, they're communicating with each other, and they know what they need to do and when to do it. It's not just a sense of knowing what to do, but actually doing it when you need to do it. Everybody has to be on point. But you can beat this instance in less than 10 minutes if everyone's doing what they're supposed to do. So thanks for watching this video, guys. This is DrkBLADExx of Dark Enforcers, aka Black Hawk Division Leader for DCUO. Dark Enforcers, Darkness Rises. And be on the lookout for my anniversary event review of the whole, well, anniversary event. See you later.